Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla if you are new here. I just wanted to do this video so that y'all can kind of, dive into my world a little bit. Now my dishes, this is not normal. I usually stay on top of my dishes. I have been currently going through what I like to call stay-at-home mom depression, which I will get into that in a later video. But I decided to do this video so that I can kind of give y'all a little bit of an update. I know that I've not really uploaded since I think about April, and that's because a lot has taken place. In my previous video, I mentioned that I had my house broken into, and then I had to rush my oldest son to the emergency room. My oldest son is doing wonderful. He has not had any issues since the emergency room. However, the reason why I've not been doing any kind of recordings whatsoever is because there was a little bit of family medical issues going on. I found out that my stepmom has stage 2 breast cancer, so I've been trying to be as supportive with them as possible. So I definitely had to back away from YouTube and my Twitch and everything else. So this is kind of me opening up to let you know why I've been away. So I hope y'all understand and y'all will continue to show support and love like y'all always have. But let's go ahead and get into this video. Right now I'm just washing some dishes up. Like I said, this is not normal for me to have dishes like this. This is only like 2 days worth of dishes. I have 3 boys and they eat everything in sight and they don't clean up after themselves. So this is what happens when you have 3 boys and they don't clean up after themselves. We are down to the last little bit of our silverware, thank God. Doing the dishes is not really one of those daunting tasks for me. Actually, I hate cleaning bathrooms. Cannot stand to clean a bathroom. So dishes are actually not that bad. They usually only take me about 5-10 minutes, and I'm kind of one of those people that like overkills whenever I clean. I have to clean everything in the kitchen. I'm not one of those people who can just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna clean the dishes and that's it. No, I've always got to clean off everything in the kitchen. But I do not put my pots and pans in my dishwasher. I'm very like OCD about that. Just something about putting your pots and pans. I've always had my pots and pans like rust after a while. So I just stopped doing that. I don't know if anybody else is the same way. It's just something that I don't do. I have 2 boys. One is 2 years old, or will be 2 years old in about 2 weeks. And then I also have a 7-year-old. My 7-year-old is currently going into 2nd grade. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm one of those people that like tries to hang out with my kids as much as possible. My husband works a lot, and so one of those people who just want to be a stay-at-home mom for this reason. So if you don't know me, that is a little bit of a backstory for me, and so yeah. Now that all my dishes are done, I like to scrub out my sink. I don't do anything fancy to scrub out my sink. I literally just use the sponge that I clean the dishes off with and just make sure there's no food or residue in my sink, because that's just gross. And I do this every single time that I do my dishes. It's not like a once a week kind of thing. I literally do this every single time. Now I'm just going to dry these so that they're already off my counters, so I can wipe down my counters real good. Now, I'm not one of those people that has like a bunch of pots and pans. I literally just have one of the things that I use. I don't have like 2 of these spaghetti kind of pans. I literally only have just that one. So I do have to stay on top of my dishes all the time in order for me to make sure that I'm able to make dinner the following night. So now that I've done that, I'm going to wipe down all of the soapy suds that I put on the side of the sink and pretty much get all of the little fingerprints and stuff like that up. And then I'm going to go ahead and wipe off any of the extra water that, you know, we all do. We all put water on the side of the sink. Don't act like you don't. We all do it. And then I'm going to start wiping down all my countertops and my table. I had to do my laundry. I should have started this before I ever started the dishes, but I didn't. So I am starting them now, and I'm going to try and see if I can get as many of these done as possible. As you will see throughout this video, I am constantly finding more and more and more laundry. So I'm just kind of taking everything away from the counters because it's so much easier when you don't have a bunch of clutter on the counters. I'm one of those, like, I don't like a lot of stuff. Like, I'm not going to have a toaster on the counter. I'm not going to have crock pots. I'm not going to have, like, Windows toaster ovens or anything like that. All of that stuff, literally, I put away. I'm very weird about that. I prefer as least amount of stuff on my counters as possible. Is anybody else like that? Do you like a lot of stuff on your counters or no? I'm one of those people who really, really enjoys space. I like to be able to do what I have to do and not worry. Oh, do I gotta clean all this off or move this around? So that's why I like to clean everything up. Now I'm not using anything special for my cleaner. I'm just using Lysol disinfectant. And the kitchen is done, and now we move on to my living room. The living room is not a hard room to clean up. This is mainly where I hang out at. I do my crafts here. Sometimes I edit my videos here. Liam is currently asleep in his pack and play, if you can see right there. But this room does collect a lot of clutter because, like I said, I hang out in here most of the time. And it's just one of those rooms you're just like, just want to hang out in. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe everything down. And this time I'm using the Method Lavender, so it can smell all nice and airy. So this section over here on the side of the couch, this is actually where I sit at. I make stuffed animals for kids, especially kids with autism, and this is where I do most of my work and stuff, so I'm just trying to clean it up over here. I will show you one of the items that I've been working on. I've got to still make one more of this item, but I've been making horses that looks like they're horses that they work with. Unfortunately, one of the horses has recently passed away, so I've been doing a mock-up of those so that these kids can kind of have a remembrance of the horse that's been helping them get by and get through things. But until then, we are sweeping this entire house, trying to get up all of the dirt. One thing I absolutely cannot stand about living on a slab versus having a porch that you walk up on and all that jazz. This house, you get so much dirt tracked inside. I literally have to sweep every single day, and if not every other day. And it is so obnoxious. Liam has woken up, so he's just kind of hanging out in his pack and play until we can get him out and get him a bath and get him ready for bed. I know, why would you put him to bed after he fell asleep? He actually stays up really, really late. So we try to get him in the habit of going to bed early, but he keeps crashing about 5 o'clock. And then waking up about 6, 7 o'clock. So then we do dinner and bath, and then he's back to bed again. He hasn't gotten that whole let's sleep through the night kind of thing. He's usually a night owl. And here he is with some serious bedhead. He does not even realize I am right behind him. If you're wondering why that towel's on the floor, is because the strip that goes from the carpet to the hardwood is actually broken off, and I have all of the nails sitting out of it. So we put the towel over to protect people's feet. I've stepped on it. Everybody has stepped on it, and it hurts, but we just not been able to replace it just yet. So we have a towel there for right now. And Liam's just playing with his toys. Such a happy baby. These are the horses I was telling you about. These are the ones that I make for kids with autism, and they're great.